Before there was Pritzker Pavilion or Petrillo Band Shell here in Chicago, there was Grant Park Band Shell. Let's take a look at where it was located. Okay, here we are. This is Columbus Drive. And further in the distance ahead, after the park, is Lakeshore Drive. That street there is Roosevelt. Currently, this field they're used for the Lollapalooza that's held annually in Chicago. But guess what? Stage facing north. But before it was Lollapalooza, this was the location of Grant Park Band Shell. It existed from 1931 to 1975. Some accounts might say 1977. Difference being, the Grant Park Band Shell was facing south. If you see old photos, you'll see people sitting out in this direction. That's the stairs leading down to. I believe this would have been the area of the actual band shell. Of course, all of this is that asphalt isn't original. I don't believe 1975. They would have put that over it after they tore down the band shell. But this was about the location, and it was a semicircle resembling the Hollywood Bowl. So I'm gonna put a list of people who performed here. Of course, there was the Chicago Symphony, classical music going on heavy at that time. But here's a list of what I could find of some of the people who performed here. Now in 1970, during the Rock Fest, there was a Riot Fest 1970 with the Sly Stone was one of the appearances who's supposed to make an appearance. There was another band before them. And then there was a riot because Sly Stone wasn't appearing. Some say the commotion was because Sly Stone, the crowd had getting rowdy, throwing stuff on stage. So, there are different accounts here. Sly refused to show because people were on stage being rowdy. Born the previous band get off because they were eager for Sly Stone to show. And the other said that Sly Stone made a no appearance. He had made a no appearance before, earlier in that year. And I think people were just upset because he didn't show up the other occasions. And they started getting anxious for him. Sly, 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 they started chanting. Bum rushed the stage, no Sly. Ended up in a riot with police being called to get him off the stage. Youths, teenagers, blacks, whites, all mixed in together. Everybody was the youth of the day. 50s, 60s, 1970s, you know, it's just going crazy. Chicago has seen its share of riots. Police came. Police cars through here trying to break it up. This was during the age of the Bats, when they had the billy clubs. This was 2 years after the Democratic Convention. After that riot has taken place, that protest or riot had taken place after the convention. And you can see that police using billy clubs. That happened on the Michigan Avenue, that place that we passed with that hill with the horse. And that's a famous photo. You check on there. But yeah, it was a riot. Police hiding in bushes. I think what one account said, a girl had ran into the bushes to hide till it was safe. People was coming after everybody, trying to clear this crowd. Because Sly Stone didn't show, and people were pissed off. Here's some more stats for the for that rock fest. When I get up in the morning, I feel brand new. When I get up in the morning, nothing turns me. Thanks for checking it out. The Grant Park Band Shell, 1931 to 1975. Catch you on the next one.